teammates involved.
Fantastic face-off matchup today. Those numbers a little bit deceiving. Sean Dow, the junior from South Carolina, he was under 50% 6 of his first 7 games. His last 2 games, 76%. He was 19 of 26 in a tough loss at Loyola on Friday. And for the Tigers, Andrew Mcmeekin, 4 straight games with a goal. 3 Ivy League games, he's up at 63%. Had a really rough night against Maryland early in the season. If you take that game out of the equation against Luke Weirman, one of the best in the country, he's hovering around 60%. So that's certainly a matchup to keep an eye on here today, as the Tigers and the Mountain Hawks get together for the first time since 2017. They played 4 straight seasons, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. After not playing for nearly 7 decades, a little bit of discrepancy in the series history. You go back in the record books, it depends if you consider Lehigh Lacrosse Club, Lehigh University, but either way, they met back in the 1800s. They didn't play for 70 years, and then they played 4 straight. Back here tonight in another rainy Tuesday night game. Tuesday night, tough weather conditions, one of those games where nothing would surprise you.
No, and it's going to be a battle in the middle of the field. I mean, we're already seeing it with the first faceoff.
Already a busy night for our officiating crew tonight. 25th goal of the season for Nate Kabiri. Only 3 players in Princeton history have scored more goals in their freshman campaign, and this is only game number 10. Second. Andrew Mcmeekin didn't score his first 10 games. He comes into tonight having scored in 4 consecutive contests. Also above 50% of the face-off X on the season, 63% in Ivy League play. Really adding another dimension. He's a physical specimen, 6'1", 210, one of the strongest guys in the Ivy League. You look at what he did against Harvard 2 weeks ago in a victory where the Tigers held off the Crimson. 20 for 29, 15 ground balls. The last player to win that many face-offs and have that many ground balls, Zach Currier back in 2017. Pretty good company.
I'd say so.
Matt Madelon talked about it, and the Tigers, they haven't been above 50% on faceoff for a season in over a decade. 2012, the last time they finished above 50%. You look at that Cornell game. Cornell goes on a run, and then what does Princeton do? They run off 10 in a row, and when you have a good faceoff guy at 8, there was a little bit of question about whether or not they would count that goal as time expired. A beauty, Kabiri to Makasi, they did. 2-1 Tigers lead as we get set to start the second. Face-off matchup, clean face-off win by Sean Dow. He'll get it in, and Lehigh will get the right position. Prepped at Trinity Pauling. He's got his 5th of the season, and it's a 2-2 contest. Here's Mcmeekin on the run, make it 5 in a row for the Tigers face-off man. Princeton gets it right back in the rain. Not a lot of Fogos can shoot like that.
I think if you're Coach Madelon, you're pretty happy with that response. I mean, I'll let the shot speak for itself.
Don't see a lot of 6'1", 210, two-handed face-off guys.
No, and he's been impressive down the stretch.
Just a sophomore, one of the top face-off men in last year's recruiting class, took over down the stretch. Back half of last season was the Tigers' primary face-off man. Back and forth contest. It's been Princeton gets the lead, Lehigh ties it. Princeton gets the lead, Lehigh ties it. Princeton has the lead back. Face-off X has been a fun battle. Sean Dow has it. Face-offs now 4-2 in favor of the Mountain Hawks and their junior. Junior season as COVID wreaked havoc around the high school schedule and college schedule. Senior season in 2022, a state record 81 goals. Dow wins the face-off and throws it a little bit too high for Cole. 7th turnover by the Mountain Hawks tonight in the rain. All 10 games as a sophomore. Smiles on the Princeton sideline as the seesaw continues to go back and forth. 12th goal of the season for Chad Palumbo. Was the only offensive starter without a goal Saturday, but did have 2 assists in that victory against Dartmouth.
So Lehigh's done this a few times, scored from 6 yards out.
Grant Rodney, his career high was 3 goals March 9th in a contest at Navy. Now his 4th multi-goal game of the season. Dow won the face-off, didn't have it cleanly, so he'll shovel it back into his own end, and now Lehigh will try to clear.
But I really love the approach on the last possession.
The night by the senior out of Dallas, Texas. He's done a lot of damage. 2 previous games against Ivy League teams. He has 11 goals, 6 against Cornell, 5 against Dartmouth.
Princeton's got another one here. They just missed the man advantage.
The Lehigh Mountain Hawks against Andrew Mcmeekin, who has scored in 5 straight games. Big face-off here. Lehigh scoops it up. Procarini with the ground ball. He fires with Kelly there to back it up.
You could tell on that possession just a little bit more urgency, I think, from the Tigers dodging-wise.
Off the face-off win, pass down to the near side for Cole. Couldn't handle it. The Tigers have it, although not out of the woods. And now they'll clear it through Gian Fricaro.
That was a
half.
You know, I think it's about playing your brand of lacrosse, right? And you know, that might be a cop-out to say, but when they get into their schemes and they work the ball, you know, around the net, they're getting good looks and good shots. It's when Lehigh is starting to, you know, hurry them up that Princeton gets a little uncomfortable.
Sean Dow wins it cleanly. He's now 10 of 14 in this contest, and Lehigh will open up the 3rd quarter with possession.
To then recover once you're going with ball movement.
So Lehigh, after going 0 for 14 to start the season with the extra man, they're now 5 for their last 10 over their last 4 contests. 8-5 Mountain Hawks. Face-off win by Dow, and he'll clear it in.
It's impressive. And he finds himself in those areas of really high percentage shots.
Lehigh corrals another face-off.
That was a nice ground ball.
Colin Burns, his high school teammate, has 17. Tucker Wade has 8. If Wade can get to 10, it would be just the 3rd time in program history 3 freshmen have reached double figures. Aid Kabiri, 26 goals to lead the Tigers. The only
and move it forward and get the defense to rotate. You'll find some of those 7, 8 yard step downs.
Princeton goes back to Koby Ginder at the face-off X. Pace Billings trying to win the ground ball on the wing. He had it. And Dow had a crack at it. Now it's Ginder emerging with possession for the Tigers.
Tough ground ball.
Back to Gian Fricaro. Now Cooper Kissler. Advantage. Princeton was up 4-3, and then it was a 4-0 Lehigh run. Princeton hasn't had the lead since about the 12-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. Down with another face-off win, getting Lehigh right back on offense with a chance to tie it up. Advantage of the unsettled situation, and it's a 9-9 game. Give Freddie Amato the assist. 3rd of the season for the Florida native. Third quarter comes to an end. Princeton gets the lead back, but then the circus goal. I don't think we call 7 points lucky.
I mean, it's a battle against Lehigh. Every single time you play them, you know it's going to be a dogfight until the end.
Mcmeekin wins the face-off, trying to hang on to it ahead of the trail check from behind by Scott Cole. 9 turnovers. This is game number 10. He's a freshman. Has the ball in his stick a ton. Princeton, a 1-goal lead for the 6th time tonight, trying to get some separation. So far, they haven't been able to. Critical face-off here as it trickles towards the sideline. Officials huddle up, and it'll be Princeton possession.
There was some type of commotion. I don't know if Coach Scudder wanted a push or a trick.
Gone up by a goal, and all 6 times Lehigh has come back to tie it up. This has been a fantastic Tuesday night lacrosse game. Another face-off win. Dow's now won 15 out of 22, but then gives it right back. Pace Billings has it. Dow a little bit slow to get up. Colin Burns over to Mackesy, who will settle it most of his freshman season. Princeton back up by a goal. Face-off win by Mcmeekin, who will work it back through Gian Furcaro. Talked a lot about goalie play in the first half. Hasn't necessarily been the case here in the second half.
Yeah, and a little bit physical on the face-off.
Hey, Ryan.
I think he's going to move up very, very high on that list.
Going to pass a couple other guys before his career's done. 4 goals tonight for Coulter Mackesy, including back-to-back tallies